Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 26, I think, I'm pretty sure, of the ETL2 challenge. So I am making something that is one of my all-time favorite recipes, and it's different. So we'll see what happens. But there's a new ingredient in I looked up my all-time favorite recipe from bunches of recipes ago when I first did ETL, or maybe it was even one of the other challenges that I did of Dr. Furman's. But anyways, it's the creamy zucchini soup, and it has hemp seeds in it now. I thought that was kind of crazy. So yeah, let's do this. I am getting ready, obviously, going to work this morning, but I am thinking that this is going to be like super exciting because I'm going to make this exactly like the recipe says rather than, so I made this, the first time I made it just like the recipe said, and then I just kind of throw it all together. After that, I'm actually going to measure stuff out and make it like the recipe says, but I'm only going to make a third of a batch because this makes a huge amount of soup, and normally that's awesome and I really like it. And I really do like it, but we've got another birthday party for a child coming up in 2 days and then another one the day after. So we're doing salads and stuff for, I don't need a ton of leftovers right now. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this together. Yeah, I'm very excited about this, to be honest with you. So come on down to my counter and we will talk. Well, actually just stay there. You just stay there. That's no big deal. I'm going to, so to do a third of a recipe, you need a third of an onion chopped. And I'm not going to, so I took a very large onion and instead of chopping it right in half, I chopped it in, not quite in half. So I took the littler chunk of the onion. With this particular recipe, it is one that I don't cut into little tiny pieces because you're going to blend it and I don't really see the need to do that. So that's my onion right there. And then it calls for 2 pounds of zucchini or 5 medium zucchini. So I took a medium zucchini and a smaller than medium zucchini. And I figured that's pretty close to being a third of the recipe. And then after that, you just have some spices and some broth. So you need, again, this is a third of the recipe. So you need 1 1/3 cup of low sodium broth. I'm going to use the Better Than Bouillon veggie one because that's the one that's 50% less sodium. So I'm gonna use that one. And then you need 1/3 teaspoon of dried basil, which I'm just gonna use half because I'm not gonna try and measure that. I'm trying, guys, I swear. I'm trying to be really good about measuring this stuff accurately, but I'm not gonna be that specific. And then, so that's the basil, and then the oregano and the thyme, you're supposed to, for a full recipe, it's 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to use 1/4, which I know is only half, not 1/3, but I'll use a scant quarter. How's that sound? So anyways, you get that stuff going and you bring that to a boil, you reduce heat and simmer it for 25 minutes until the zucchini is tender. So I'm gonna go get that part started, and then when it comes time to do the next step, the next thing after you do that is you blend it. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you guys about what gets added after that. So I'll be back in about a half an hour, which will be like 0.5 seconds. So see you soon. All right, guys, I don't know if you can hear the background noise or not, but like a typhoon just decided to come through or something because it is pouring outside and lightning and thunder and very exciting. I've had a child come downstairs already. Mom, I'm scared. I mean, he's 9, but he is just, I don't know what it is about storms, but he is so super scared of storms. So I put him into bed with my husband. We're very, our kids don't sleep with us ever. Like not even when they were, I mean, maybe really little. We might have put him in the bed with us for a little bit, like 2 months old, kind of little, like not like little. But we've always been, you have your own bed, that's where you sleep. It's just the way it is. But I don't have time to, oh, it's hailing. Well, that's exciting. Hopefully those hail pieces aren't too big, seeing as our vehicles are always out, but anyways, well, let's continue on with making some soup. So I am going to use the blender to do this because there just doesn't seem like there's enough in the pot when you make a third of a batch for me to use my immersion blender because I'm just worried it's going to go flying everywhere, and I don't really want to have that happen. So I'm not enjoying that hail sound. Anyways, so in here you're going to want to add, so it's 1/4 cup of raw cashews, so 1/3 of that is kind of eh. So I'm just going to do a very full tablespoon of cashews. So like that. I don't know. That'll have to be good enough. It's not very many, but it's what the recipe calls for. And then this is the new ingredient, hemp seeds. Cool. So you're supposed to, for a full recipe, have 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to do about 3/4 of a tablespoon and call that good. That'd be fine. So there's those two things, and now you're supposed to blend it until smooth and creamy, and then return it to the pot. When you return it to the pot, you add about 3/4 of a cup of corn, and you add 1 cup of spinach, about 1 1/3 cups of spinach actually, and then you bring it back to cooking on the stove until the spinach is wilted. Which, if this is hot enough, it's gonna take like 2 seconds for the spinach to wilt. It won't take very long at all. And then you just season it with black pepper. So I have never put black pepper in it. I don't think that there's any need to do so, to be honest with you, but you know, some people like that and that would be fine. However, there is one thing that I'm going to put in there that you guys should not be surprised by this at all, I'm sure. Some enoki mushrooms. So I chopped those up really fine, actually more so than normal. Usually I just chop them into thirds, but these I chopped into little pieces because it's not going to go through the blender. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm going to do that part and then get it plated up for you guys, and I'll tell you if it's any different with hemp seeds or without hemp seeds. And yeah, we'll see. I'll be back in a few minutes with some soup. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like. I'm done cooking. And it made just about 1 serving. I think this is gonna fit mostly in a bowl for me to take to work, so I'm kind of excited about that. And it smells fantastic. Like, you guys have no idea how good my house smells right now. So we're gonna try this. It's very hot still, but come on up and we'll try this. Up and down. All right. I think the I think all of the storm is past at the moment, so it won't get too soaking wet when I go outside to go to work. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I love the soup. And that's even better. Yeah, so there's just a few recipes in my life that I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys have to try this. Like spaghetti sauce on green beans. You seriously, you gotta try it. Peanut butter and broccoli. You gotta try it. It's amazing. This soup, hands down, is amazing. Super simple, really good ingredients, super easy to put together, super fantastic. Oh my gosh, like my favorite soup of all time. So, and that's saying something. I got a lot of recipes. Anyways, I'm gonna go get ready for work, and I will see you guys after work. And oh, I'm taking chili with me because I have some leftover chili still. So I'm taking chili and this soup. And yeah, I've got like 10 minutes to finish getting ready for work, and I need to do dishes still. So I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Alrighty guys, so I'm home from work, and I came upstairs to change real quick so I can go downstairs and use the treadmill. But I thought I would chat at you real fast because my phone needs to be plugged in. So soup today was awesome. Like totally super wonderful. Totally make that recipe. It was fabulous. I really wish I had made a full recipe rather than making a third of it because it was so stinking good. Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. My tech tried it and she loved it too. She thought it was awesome. And then let's see. I did not eat the broccoli. I took broccoli with me to eat with some peanut butter. We didn't eat that. I did eat my soup pretty early, like at 9-ish. And then I ate my chili at like, I don't know, maybe 3:45, 4 o'clock, something like that. So I'm actually not hungry, and I'm fairly confident that after I get done on the treadmill, I'm going to be more not hungry. So I'm actually just going to call it a day. I'm going to try and do what I did yesterday, which yesterday I jogged for a minute. Like I warmed up for 5 minutes walking at 3 miles per hour, and then I jogged for a minute and stopped for 30 seconds, and then jogged for a minute and stopped for 30 seconds, and I was able to do that up through 4 minutes before I was getting a little huffing and puffing. So then I jogged for a minute and then stood and kind of stretched my legs for about I don't know, stretched my legs for about a minute-ish, maybe 45 seconds, something like that. Anyways, so yeah, so I was able to get to 7 minutes, which is pretty awesome. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to try and do that again tonight. Maybe I'll see if I can go for 8, but I don't know. I'm like super tired. Sorry if I seem kind of distracted. I'm a little distracted. I think it's because I'm tired. But anyways, so yeah, that's my plans for the rest of the evening. I don't have anything else hugely exciting. I've already talked to the kids and all that good stuff, so I just need to get my exercise in so that I can be done for the night. So I'm going to go do that, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.